When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me this story about this man who went into the woods, into this park called Quetico Park in northern Ontario, where my family is from. And somehow he happened upon this cave that was filled with gold. He was all excited. He picked up a piece of gold the size of his fist and he ran back to town to tell everybody about this cave that was in the park filled with gold. There was a big commotion. Everybody was all excited. They flew him to England to show the Queen this giant piece of gold that he'd found in this park back in Canada. But unfortunately, and very tragically, he ended up contracting an illness and he passed away before he could ever show anybody where this cave was in Quetico Park. I grew up hearing this story over and over about this guy who went into the woods and found all this gold very close to where my family would go camping all the time. And so naturally, my favorite thing to do was to go into the woods and go searching for this gold. I'd come out of the woods so excited because I'd found these rocks with these huge clusters of gold in them. And I obviously thought that I had hit the jackpot. And my parents didn't have the heart to tell me that what I was actually finding was pyrite, which is fool's gold. Pyrite is an amazing stone if you are an entrepreneur or if you're business-minded. And so I have a piece of pyrite that sits on my desk at all times. And it's always been one of my favorite stones. And I think it's because it brings me back to that place, that sense of magic that I felt as a child. It reminds me that miracles can be right around the corner and they can happen at any time to anyone. So if a rock can inspire that feeling in me, I don't know, I think that's pretty magical.